Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another time on the Property Geek with Jossy. Today, we are going to be talking about a topic that is so dear to a lot of people's hearts. You know, there's a lot going on right now in Lagos State. And like I said, my jurisdiction is Lagos State because I like to, when I'm doing something, I like to, know everything about what I am doing. And today I'm going to be talking about the reasons for demolitions in Lagos State, Nigeria, and the precaution. Sadly as it may sound and as it looks, it's disheartening. It's not okay. A lot of people have stayed in the buildings they are destroying right now. A lot of people have stayed there for the past 10-20 years in Lagos State. But now I think we are meant to understand, or we are meant to believe that truly Lagos State is not just, it's like the saying that Lagos State is a no man's land. So I think President Tinubu is trying to put a lot of things in place in Lagos State, but sadly, it is disrupting a lot of people's joy, which we are not happy about. But stay tuned. When we come back, we will be talking about the main reasons for demolitions in Lagos State and the precautions that you should be taking. Thank you. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're talking about, for those of you that are just joining me, today we're talking about reasons for demolitions in Lagos State and the precautions that you must follow. Now, quickly, we're going to be exploring the reasons behind the Lagos State government decision to demolish houses in Lekki and shed light on the bigger picture. The breach of building setback laws is a significant issue in Lagos State, Nigeria, and anywhere, and it's often cited as one of the reasons for the massive demolition in Lagos State, Nigeria that we are going to be talking about. Building setbacks are the space you leave between your property and the major road. And this is a legal requirement that determines, the minimum distance between a building and the property boundary or public infrastructure like roads and drainage. These setbacks are established to ensure safety, environmental consideration, and orderly urban development. When building violates these regulations, it can lead to several problems, ultimately resulting in the demolitions that we are seeing today. Here are some of the reasons why the breach of building setback laws can lead to demolitions of properties. So number one, we're talking about the environmental concerns. Building setbacks are designed to ensure that there is enough space between structures to prevent potential hazards. Violation of these regulations can lead to unsafe conditions, increasing the risks of accidents such as fire, especially in densely populated areas. Now, when you take for an example, when you take Lagos Island for an example, you can see that the houses are very closely, they are too close for comfort, and so when there is a fire outbreak in one, it's almost impossible not to affect the other one. So this is one of the major reasons for the demolition is in Lagos State, sadly as it may sound. Now, number two, we talk about traffic congestion. Buildings that encroach on road setbacks can impede traffic flow, causing congestion and hindering emergency services, and can also pose danger in case of emergencies. Our roads are one of the examples. One of the major things that is causing a lot of traffic on Lagos Road is because there are no alternatives, or because there is no enough setbacks, for pedestrian and for vehicles on the road. And that is why we see a lot of traffic and all that. Most of the time, as you move forward, you are almost not seeing anything that is causing the traffic other than the road is too small, or the setback that are left is too small, and a lot of people have encroached on the road that is supposed to be a major road for pedestrian and vehicles. The number three reasons for the recent development in Lagos State is drainage and flooding. Lagos, being a coastal city with its share of heavy rainfall, has critical issue with flooding, and so government takes such drastic decision, which includes demolition of buildings that are blocking drainage path. Now, another reason for these demolitions is because of drainage and flooding. Most times when we have heavy downpour, everywhere is flooded. You don't know where is road. You don't know where you should put your leg when you're moving, especially for pedestrian people. So government has just taken it upon themselves to demolish those houses that don't have building approval. We're going to be coming back to that, building approval, because trust me, apart from a house having a C of O, you also need building approval. It is that building approval that will now tell you if you should go on and build or not, or you will be told if you're building on a major road, if you're building on setbacks, or if your building is going to obstruct drainage in Lagos State. Number 4 reasons for the recent demolition in Lagos State is for safety concerns, to ensure there are enough space between structures to prevent potential hazards. So the last but not the least on the reasons for demolitions in Lagos State, number 4, which is urban aesthetics. Now, setback regulations are also in place to maintain the visual aesthetics and architectural integrity of a particular city. Buildings that are too close to roads or property boundaries can create, it can create a clustered and unattractive urban environment. We can see what's happening in Abuja. Abuja is a very beautiful city as a result of the aesthetics of the place. You understand? Nobody's going to allow you build haphazardly in Abuja, but over time we have seen this in Lagos State, and it's just a pity because people are losing their houses. And Lagos don't want to be perceived as a no man's land anymore, and that is why they are trying to put a lot of things in place. Sadly, like I will always say, it is affecting a lot of people, which is not nice. So I hope you understand that these are one of the reasons why government is demolishing houses in Lagos State. It's not nice. It is not a good thing. It is very, very sad, and I commiserate with those people that are being affected. But I was going to talk about the precautions, and I already did one of these episodes called The Commandments That You Should Follow Before Buying Properties in Lagos State, Nigeria. Please go back to that commandment and watch it and digest it very well, because these are one of the things that is causing the government. These are one of the things that is causing demolitions, that causes acquisition of properties. You understand? So a lot of times people have asked, I hope government will not collect this land. I hope Omonile will not come back and say this is their land. But the truth is that most of us are not putting a lot of things, are not doing the right thing. I'm so sorry if I am offending anyone. We're not really doing the right thing when it comes to acquiring of properties. And a lot of times we just keep hammering it that there are steps that you need to follow to buy properties, especially in Lagos State, Nigeria. Lagos State, Nigeria is a very dicey town, and so when you want to invest, you must be careful. You must get the help of professionals. You must do your due diligence. These are very important. And now it might interest you to know that whenever you're buying a house or you want to build, please seek building approval. So that a house is having C of O is not enough. That house needs to be approved for building. So make sure that you're getting the building approval and you're charting it to make sure that, okay, where this house is sitting is supposed to be there. That is the end thing right now, building approval. A lot of people don't have building approval for their properties. Please try and get a build, especially if you're going to be building or if you're going to be buying a house. Make sure you're seeing the building approval. These days, a lot of houses that we sell have building approval. approval, because the Ministry of Works needs to certify a particular place that, okay, it is not encroaching on government land, it is not on drainage, it is not obstructing anything that has to do with the government. So it is important that you get your building approval. Like I said, a house having a CFO is not enough. Make sure you get building approval, or if you're buying a house, make sure you are seeing the building approval of that house and you are charting it. Gone are the days when you have to, buy property without knowing these facts. Because on my YouTube channel, I have always put up all these things for us to understand the steps that needs to be followed. Don't buy property on emotions. Don't buy property because a family friend asks you to come and buy. You may be sitting on a gold, on a landmine, and it is not right. So thank you so much for joining me today on Property Geek with Josephine. Until next time when I come your way, I hope we have learned one or two things. Until next time when I come your way, it's bye.